The rules of Ultimate Frisbee are simple. You try to catch a disc in the end zone for a point. You can't run with the disc, and you can only hold on to it for 10 seconds. If the pass is incomplete, it's a turnover. But beyond that, the game has evolved into a complex mix of play information and strategic theory, something one of our local teams has gotten pretty good at.
Here we go, cut camp. Here we go.
It's the 7:30 wake-up call at cut camp.
Time to get going.
Chicago Ultimate Training, the only overnight Ultimate Frisbee camp in the Midwest.
Now that was a sick layout.
You know, I'm biased, of course. I feel like my camp is the best. I feel like it offers my campers the best training and it's the best program.
Let's go, cut camp.
Held this year on the campus of Benedictine University, Cut Camp was created in 2011 by owner and director Arnoush Javaherian. Everyone just calls him Java.
Yeah.
The camp is for high school-aged players, and its purpose is to teach and enhance the game's fundamentals.
Currently, right now, what we're doing is we're going over man-to-man defense. So right now, we're teaching them proper technique, proper footwork.
Cut attracts kids from all over the country.
I'm from Kansas City, Kansas.
I'm from Portland, Maine.
Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
And from all over the world.
Toronto, Ontario, Canada.
I'm from Taipei, Taiwan.
Campers get one-on-one instruction from current professionals.
Ready? It's in.
Like Georgia Bosher, who won 3 USA Ultimate National titles with the Bay Area Fury.
Is if we spin the disc hard enough.
Josh Rook Shepard, who plays for the Windy City Wildfire.
We want tall, athletic guys on the wings in the deep.
And his teammate Brodie Smith, arguably the most famous Ultimate player in the world.
This is the bat shot. Oh, yeah!
His YouTube videos have more than 60 million views and are filled with amazing trick shots.
This right here is the world's fastest receiver.
One after another.
I actually found out about Cut because of Brodie's videos.
Cut camp, it's gonna be really awesome. It's gonna be really fun.
I got interested in watching videos on YouTube and stuff, and I saw Brodie Smith on YouTube, and I saw a video about cut camp.
I'm excited to meet everyone that's coming. Last year went really well. We had 1 week session, and this year we decided to do 2 weeks.
So sometimes you'll play against someone and you'll actually play behind.
I think it's just a great opportunity for kids to just be around Ultimate all the time for a full week and just get really good.
I gotta be honest with you, Brodie is a class act. One of the best people I've ever met in the Ultimate world. And he's really pushed the sport to a level that we've never been to.
What's happening, everybody? Day 2 in Dubai. No big deal.
I've actually had the luxury of being able to travel around the world playing Ultimate, and every country they have a different style of Ultimate, whether it's on offense or defense, different zones. I think it's important to not just learn the fundamentals, but also learn kind of what's going on in the game right now.
Wow, what a catch. He's able to tow it, keep it in.
Currently, there are 2 professional leagues, the AUDL and the MLU. Both began in 2012, 44 years after a group of high schoolers in Maplewood, New Jersey created Ultimate. The Ultimate Players Association, known today as USA Ultimate, began in 1979 to be the sport's governing body. It does not, however, control the AUDL and MLU. Currently, the USAU sanctions play of over 700 college teams in North America. There are 4 club divisions and 2 youth divisions, which include junior high and high school players.
We're gonna go ahead and for this breakdown session, we're gonna do, I guess, a couple of things.
After lunch, the campers sat down with Java and the pros to talk about current topics in the sport, like how do you get to be a professional in the first place.
On our sport, the progression isn't quite as well defined as it is in other sports. If you come out of this camp and are amazing by the next tryout for a pro team or a club team, you can make it. Your talent can speak for itself. There's no rules.
The pro leagues being relatively new, they always have a lot of questions about which ones you play for, what's the difference between them, and kind of the overall experience.
This is an exciting time for Ultimate throughout the country, and especially right here in Chicago.
For Brodie, part of why he chose to play for Chicago's Wildfire, an AUDL team, is the freedom involved with each team having a separate owner. The MLU, on the other hand, has one owner presiding over all of its teams.
And they decide overall what each team's gonna do and how it's gonna be run.
It was like I was going to play in the MLU, and then when they saw where the rosters were, they were going to decide where it would be best to put me. And I didn't really want to just play on a random team
In Portland.
and have to travel that much or do any of that stuff, and Chicago just seemed like a better fit for me.
Java is part owner of the Wildfire. And as Neuqua Valley's head coach, each year he holds a youth summer camp. And again,
say hi to Brodie, please. Give it up for him.
He was able to get the biggest name in the game to visit the kids.
I'm lucky and I'm blessed to be working with him. And I've told him that he's just a great counselor and a great coach. And that's where his passion is. You know, to be honest with you, his passion lies within the younger kids.
The amount of effort that Java puts in is incredible. I think this year was the very first year that I actually was able to just kind of sit back and realize how much he does for the sport of Ultimate.
All right, guys, it is a beautiful day, as promised. See, I promised, I delivered, all right?
Java's journey into the Ultimate world began in 1995, where he was introduced to the game as a senior at Rockford Guilford High School. That year, he got a job as a counselor at Wisconsin's Camp Bieber and taught the game of Ultimate for the next 9 summers.
I really fell in love with the sport. Every summer, I would look forward to playing it. And then at the point where I would play in adult leagues. And I even went out for the University of Illinois team. And to be honest with you, I didn't stick with it. I was young and naive, and I just wanted to hang out with my friends at the time. And it's really actually one of my big regrets that I didn't stick with it in college.
Neuqua Valley hired Java as a teacher in 2007. Word got out that he wanted to start an Ultimate club, and it caught the attention of junior Ben Raymond.
Ben played a very important role in starting up this club. He pulled me out of my science office and he's like, hey, my name is Ben. I heard you want to start an Ultimate club.
And from there, we just kind of started talking about it. And he got a lot of the logistical stuff done while I got a lot of the recruitment done.
Practice began in March of 2008. 48 students came out, allowing head coach Javaherian to create an A, B, and C team.
Lo and behold, to my surprise, the club just grew and the sport just grew, and it kind of just grew as fast as possible without really even pushing it that much.
By 2011, the program almost tripled in size with 134 players, making Neuqua Valley Ultimate the largest high school club in the United States. The boys' A team won its first state title, beating Jacobs in the championship game 13-9.
I knew that year our program was on the rise. And I knew from hearing from all these other programs that all the other programs were year-round programs. And I said to myself, I'm like, if I want my program to be one of the top 5 in the nation, this is what I need to do. I need to devote myself to it year-round.
And so in May of 2011, Java left his job as an assistant cross-country coach to begin coaching Ultimate year-round. It started with summer conditioning and the first ever cut camp. He then created both fall and winter rec leagues. Java became a better student of the game, studying different techniques and strategies.
And I gotta be honest with you, I've spent the last 3 or 4 years really devoting myself to learning the sport of Ultimate and becoming better at it. And I think that's shown and that my teams have gotten better every year.
Everything was beginning to line up for Neuqua by the spring of 2012. Dr. Pepper came aboard as the team's official sponsor. They went on to win their second state title over Jacobs, and even more impressive was their finish at arguably the toughest high school tournament in the nation, the Paideia Cup. The Wildcats finished in 3rd place by beating national powerhouse Amherst for the first time in program history.
That was really the big step. And that was a group of seniors that had been playing together for about 3 years that came together with one common goal, and we beat Amherst. And it was really interesting because this year, coming into 2013, a lot of people said it would be a year that would be a rebuilding year for us, that we wouldn't be as good.
In 2013, Neuqua earned even more recognition. They added a second sponsor, Gatorade. The club had more than 200 kids.
You guys are rocking Jacob's world, and you guys are going to put this game away quickly.
And after winning their 3rd state title, the Wildcats beat Hopkins for the first time, a nationally top-rated program out of Minnesota. They won the Madison Mud Bath Tournament for the first time and had their highest finish ever at the Central Championships, taking 2nd only to Holy Family.
There's 4 or 5 programs out there right now that we consider ourselves in the same breath of. That's Amherst in Massachusetts, Paideia in Atlanta, Hopkins up in Minneapolis, and Holy Family in Cincinnati. We really are the best. Paideia we haven't beaten yet, but I think that we would have beaten them this past year if we would have played them. Holy Family down in Cincinnati, they've had our number every year. We hope to get over that hump this year.
Congratulations, you guys. Don't ever get tired of them either.
Java attributes success to the dedication coaches and players bring to the program. Perhaps it was shown most one late winter day.
I'll say it's snow about 5, 6, maybe even 7 inches. And we had a big tournament coming up in a week. And we had to get in practice. And I told them to bring shovels. And they brought shovels. And as a team, basically shoveled out a box about 30 by 30 yards. And we practiced in that box all day. And I'll tell you what, they came together as a team and they practiced as a team and they shoveled as a team. And that day will always stick in my head because that was the day that the kids realized we need to work hard today in order to stay one of the top 4 teams in the nation.
I coach college at the University of North Florida, and when I look at Neuqua Valley, I mean, they are not that far behind, and this is high school. You know, their B team beating very good schools in other parts of the country, and their A team being one of the most dominant programs in the country. I mean, it's just great to hear.
Another plus for the program is the adjacent Frontier Park, allowing more than enough practice space, an issue Naperville Central Ultimate has always dealt with. The lack of open field space near campus forces the team to practice at Lincoln Park, a half-mile southeast of Edward Hospital.
If you have field space, you know, it's like that. If you build it, they will come. You know, if you have the space, they'll come. But if kids can see you right out the window throwing a Frisbee around, they're going to go, you know what, maybe I'll go try that. But if they have to go past the cemetery, down another half mile to the river, it's a little bit harder for them to find it. Our numbers aren't solid. Like this year was our best year, and we had 22 kids on our roster. One of the things that Neuqua has, besides a school of 4,000 and some odd, is they have field space. And Java's just a charismatic guy, and he's gonna say, hey, you should be coming out.
You know, we have a fall youth program, and we have a winter youth program, we have a spring youth program. You can do Ultimate as much as you want.
Awesome.
I'll get all the information out to you.
Unfortunately for our sport, there's not money involved. I mean, there's very limited funds. And so what has to happen is you have to have passionate people like Java that is willing to put in the time and volunteer hours after hours in making a program. I mean, the amount of skill that they have from him working hard is incredible. And I think you're right. I think if we had people like Java all over the country reaching out, getting new kids involved, finding homes for kids that, you know, might not have a team that can play, I think that's really going to help the sport grow.
Actually, like a statistic that came out that said 5 million people in America play Ultimate right now. And I would not be surprised in the next 5, 10 years, that number doubles or even triples. And I gotta be honest with you, probably the next 10 or 15 years, I think Ultimate will be a normal feature on ESPN. I think it's growing that rapidly, and as you can see behind me, I have 140 kids out for the summer camp. And it's just wonderful, it's awesome. And I'll tell you right now that this number was only a dream 4 or 5 years ago. And now we're hitting these numbers, and to be honest with you, I'm not gonna lie, I expect these numbers to go up every year from now.